The 2025 Chevrolet Traverse does its job uninspiringly. Review. Ample space and a comfortable ride make the 2025 Traverse a solid three-row option. But it's far from best in class. If you want a bigger, brawnier three-row from Chevrolet, the Tahoe and Suburban are two of the best around. But the brand's most family-friendly three-row SUV is the 2025 Traverse, which is nicer to drive than its more truck-like siblings and has a third row with genuinely usable space. Plus, its $42,195 starting price puts the Traverse well within reach of most three-row shoppers, placing this SUV alongside key competitors like the Hyundai Palisade, Ford Explorer, and Kia Telluride. The Traverse received a major makeover for 2024, including a new turbocharged four-cylinder engine across all trims, an AZ71 model with even better ground clearance, standard all-wheel drive, and off-road-oriented features like softer damping and all-terrain tires. All those upgrades carry over into the 2025 model year. A 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine powers the Traverse, pumping out 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque. The previous 3.6-liter V6 made just 310 horsepower and 266 pound-feet by comparison. That new four-cylinder engine is paired to an also new 8-speed automatic transmission and standard front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is available as an option on certain trims. Even with a smaller engine, the Traverse still tows up to 5,000 pounds, matching the former V6 model. Every 2025 Traverse gets a massive 17.7-inch touchscreen display and a corresponding 11.0-inch digital instrument cluster as standard, both utilizing Chevy's latest Google-based infotainment system. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto also come standard here, unlike in Chevy's latest EVs, while 6 USB ports litter the cabin, with a few located in the rearmost row. Wireless charging also comes standard, and a Wi-Fi hotspot is available. Chevy's Super Cruise hands-free driver assist is available as an option on the Z71 and High Country trims. But even lesser Traverse trims are packed with safety features like automatic high-beam headlights, pedestrian detection, traffic sign recognition, and optional adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. The design looks busy, to say the least. But at least the Traverse sheds its formerly anonymous exterior for something bolder. The front fascia features a largish grille split into two sections with a slim upper portion merging into narrow running lights on either corner, and a larger lower third position between the actual headlights, which sit lower down on the bumper. Depending on which trim you choose, the Traverse offers a few different grille design options, ranging from shiny, silvery horizontal slats to a blacked-out mesh pattern. The off-road-focused Z71 also adds a few specific cues, like faux underbody protection at the base of the bumper. A set of 18-inch wheels comes standard, but again, different trims feature different wheel options, with the largest of which, on this High Country model, measuring 22 inches. The interior is clean and concise. Everything is where it should be. On this High Country trim, jet black leather covers most surfaces, with subtle bronze accents and silver trim pieces littered throughout. Some of those silvery pieces do feel flimsy, but the quality is otherwise above average. Unlike some of its competitors, the Traverse has a third row that normal-sized adults would be comfortable in, with 33.4 inches of legroom and 38.2 inches of headroom, both above-average figures for the class. By comparison, the 2025 Tahoe has 34.9 inches of legroom and 38.2 inches of headroom in the third row, which is just barely above the smaller Traverse. Behind the third row is 22.9 cubic feet of cargo space. Fold the second and third rows flat, and that figure swells to 56.6 cubic feet behind the second row and 97.6 cubic feet behind the first row. There's nothing thrilling about the way the Traverse drives, but in the world of three-row SUVs, that's perfectly okay. The four-cylinder engine has excellent low-end shove courtesy of the new turbocharger, while power in the middle of the rev range is adequate for merging onto the highway or making a pass. The 8-speed transmission shifts smoothly for the most part, but it can be a touch clunky at low speeds. The Traverse's ride is comfortable, borderline cushy. Even with the biggest 22-inch wheels, this high country model doesn't buck aggressively over speed bumps and bash your back on broken pavement. The smaller 18-inch wheels likely yield an even softer ride. The leather seats are soft and supportive, and the cabin is quiet at low speeds, but the buzzy 4-cylinder makes its presence known at speed. Even for a 3-row, the steering is beyond vague. It's electronically boosted to hell and hard to feel anything. There's a lot of body roll too, and not just because it's a 3-row SUV. Competitors like the Explorer, Palisade, and Telluride all feel more composed, while Chevy's 3-row is eager to waft from side to side. Super Cruise makes long-distance highway cruising an absolute breeze, though. The automatic lane change function works nearly flawlessly, too. It automatically detects if a vehicle in front of you is moving too slowly and will change lanes without any input from the driver. Very nifty. The Traverse's new 4-cylinder engine is more efficient than the outgoing V6, returning 20 miles per gallon city, 27 highway, and 23 combined on the most efficient FWD model, or 17 city, 25 highway, and 20 combined on the AWD limited trim. The V6 Traverse returned just 20 combined at its most efficient. That said, the Traverse is still near the lower end of the class in terms of efficiency. The Toyota Grand Highlander gets 23 combined, and the Mazda CX-90 returns 25 combined. The Traverse is also one of the few 3-rows without a hybrid or plug-in hybrid option. The base Traverse LT with FWD starts at $42,195 with destination included, which makes it well priced in the segment. But a handful of 3-row SUVs undercut the Traverse, including the Nissan Pathfinder, $37,790, Hyundai Palisade, $38,675, and Kia Telluride, $37,805, which all come in at under $40,000. Even the newest Ford Explorer starts at $41,380. The High Country FWD model tested here starts at $55,295 with the loan option being the $495 Radiant Red paint, bringing the as-tested price to an estimated $55,790. AWD is an extra $2,000 across the board, and depending on the trim, you'll have to pay extra for things like fancy paint, bigger wheels, and Super Cruise. The 2025 Chevrolet Traverse isn't the best-looking 3-row SUV in the class, nor the best to drive. But the Traverse does have a nice ride, ample passenger and cargo space, and decent fuel economy. It's not a class leader in any respect, but it is a solid 3-row SUV, all things considered.